Good evening. My name is Casey Russiman, and I'm the president for the National Honor Society chapter. Mr. Adams, Ms. Alvarez, Mrs. Marquesano, Mr. Yano, Central Administration, board members, members of faculty and staff, parents, and students. I would like to welcome you to our 2023-2024 Vineland High School National Honor Society induction ceremony. ROTC will lead us in the flag salute. Remain standing for the national anthem, alma mater, sung by members of the VHS Select Choir.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave? Though the boys of Millville High School love the orange and the blue, and the sturdy sons of Bridgeton to the red and white are true, we will cheer for dear old Vineland, the school we love forever. For all her sons are loyal to her colors red and gray.
You may now be seated. I would like to introduce you to our principal, Mr. Justin Adams.
just going to hold this here. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Vineland High School's National Honor Society induction ceremony. I am Justin Adams, principal of the VHS Tanner Building. I would like to thank you all for attending one of our most prestigious events of the year. Before we begin, I would like to recognize a special few guests, some of them who are here tonight. Mr. Yano, Superintendent of Vineland Public Schools, our Assistant Superintendents, Dr. Danielle Sneathen and Mr. Nate Fry, Dr. Joseph Rossi, Executive Director of Personnel, Ms. Teresa Godlewski, Executive Director of Student Services, Mr. Scott Mustarell, School Business Administrator, and Ms. Suzette DeMarchi, Executive Director of Curriculum and Instruction. Thank you for supporting us and for supporting all of our students, especially in evenings like tonight. I would also like to introduce our Board of Education members. We have 3 with us tonight. Our Board President, Ms. Kimberly Cadaspati, is here with us. Vice President, Mr. Cedric Holmes, and Board members, Ms. Inez Acosta, Mr. Robert Buono, who is here tonight, Mr. Nicholas Fiocchi, Mr. Eugene Medio, Mr. Dennis Rivera, who is also with us tonight, Mr. John Sabrana, and Mr. Alex Silva. We would like to thank our Vineland High School administrative team, our teachers, and our advisors. Students, just look out into the crowd. I know the lights are a little bright. It's tough to see. But we would also like to thank our parents, our family members, and your support system that has been your #1 cheerleader thus far. Without the love and support from these people, much of what you've accomplished so far in high school would not be possible. So I would like you guys to recognize your person in the crowd and give them a hand. I will now introduce our VHS South principal, Miss Jacqueline Alvarez.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mrs. Alvarez, the proud principal of Vineland High School South. This evening, 24 members will be inducted into this National Honor Society. Admission into the Honor Society is the greatest honor for an honor student, as it stands for excellent academic achievement. Our National Honor Society members are being recognized nationally this evening for their efforts. They are among the best of the best. In order to be recognized for this distinction, one must achieve at least an 86 average. Among other requirements are service, leadership, and good character. Service is a fundamental pillar of the National Honor Society, and you have taken the lead in this area while maintaining your grades. Character is the compass that guides us through our lives. Your integrity, responsibility, and ethical behavior are the foundation upon which your success will be built. Stay true to your principles, even when faced with challenges, and you will emerge stronger and more resilient. We couldn't be more proud of you, VHS. Please give these students a round of applause. At this time, I would like to introduce to you our Executive Director of Curriculum and Instruction, Mrs. Suzette DeMarchi, to say a few words. Thank you.
Good evening and welcome to all of our faculty, proud parents, and exceptional students that we are here to honor tonight. It is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you, celebrating the induction of these outstanding students into the National Honor Society. As I gaze upon the faces before me, I am flooded with memories of the countless moments that have shaped our time together. Many of you may remember me as your principal, but tonight I am here not just as an administrator, but as a witness to the incredible journey each of these students has undertaken to earn their place in the prestigious National Honor Society. This induction ceremony is more than just a formal recognition. It's a celebration of character, scholarship, leadership, and service. These students have demonstrated an unwavering commitment to excellence, not just in their academic pursuits, but in their daily lives within the school and the wider community. Parents, your support has been instrumental in nurturing these exceptional individuals. Your encouragement, your guidance, and sacrifices have played a vital role in their success. Tonight, we share in your pride as we honor these students who have not only met but exceeded the high standards set forth by the National Honor Society. To the inductees, as you step into the ranks of the National Honor Society, remember that this is just not an accolade, it's a responsibility. Continue to embody the principles of scholarship, leadership, service, and character in all that you do. You are the future leaders, innovators, and compassionate individuals who will make a positive impact on our world. Congratulations to each and every one of our inductees. Thank you.
Thank you for the wonderful speeches. We are gathered here tonight to formally recognize those students who have been selected by the faculty of our school for successfully completing their candidacy and are being inducted as new members of our NHS chapter. For current members and those former members who may be among our guests, we hope this will serve to remind you of the standards of excellence you too are charged with maintaining as members of the nation's oldest, largest, and most prestigious student recognition program. Our chapter is proud to have been inducting new members since 1949, and with today's ceremony indicates the continuing emphasis on excellence that we represent for our school and community. Throughout the year, members of our chapter serve as role models for other students. In addition to the strong academic records which establish the eligibility for membership, our chapter leaders are leaders in many student organizations, and we serve our school and community through many activities. We are proud of this record of accomplishment. At this time, I would like to recognize and congratulate our current two-year members. I would like to bring Mr. Adams, our principal, back up to introduce our current National Honor Society members.
I will read each member's name in alphabetical order. Students, please stand when your name is called. Please hold your applause until all two-year members have been recognized. Gabriella Kumba. Landon Gentile Adamson. Colin Grafe. Brianna Mosley, Eve Ortiz, Rohan Patel, Xavier Phillips, Casey Russaman, Arshveer Segal, and Liana Velasquez. Congratulations on this wonderful accomplishment.
Thank you, Mr. Adams. We now wish to welcome our new members who will bring new energy in support of continuing work as NHS members. It is at this time that we proclaim to all in attendance that membership in the Vineland High School's chapter of the National Honor Society has been earned by these candidates through the effective demonstration of the 4 qualities that serve as standards for the society. The center candle that has already been lit represents the eternal light of knowledge and is surrounded by 4 candles representing scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Our chapter officers will now review those qualities for the candidates. Our Vice President, Brianna Mosley, will begin by speaking about scholarship.
Scholarship denotes a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and studying, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for human education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success, and it can be only acquired in one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, the torch guiding us to understand the present, and the light that illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship. As Nelson Mandela once said, education is the most powerful weapon in which you can use to change the world.
Thank you, Brianna. Xavier Phillips, our secretary, will discuss service.
My office is service. Service can be established in the routine of a day's work where many opportunities arise to help others, both at school and in the community. A willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or public recognition is a quality we seek in our membership and promote to the entire student body. We are committed to volunteering our time and talents to the creation of a better tomorrow. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Everyone can be great because anyone can serve." You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your verb and subject agree to serve. You only need a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love.
Thank you, Xavier. Next is Eve Ortiz with leadership.
Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking initiative in the classroom and in school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to reach their common goals of success. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interest for the interest of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in the school, community, or nation, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, To lead is a meaningful and substantive charge to each of our members. According to Franklin D. Roosevelt, real leaders are ordinary people with extraordinary determination.
Thank you, Eve. Next, our historian, Arshvir, will discuss character.
Character is the force within the individual that distinguishes each person from others. It creates for us our individuality, our goodness. It is that without which no one can respect oneself, nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character that guides one through life, and, once developed, grows steadily within. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant thought and action, the daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be in reality what we wish to appear to others, to be rather than to seem. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character. John Wooden once said, "Be more concerned with your character than your reputation, because your character is what you really are, while your reputation is merely what others think you are."
Thank you, Arshvir. I would like to now introduce Mrs. Alvarez, our VHS South principal, as she leads us in the lighting of our candles and National Honor Society oath.
Let's give them another round of applause. They did a phenomenal job. Students, raise your right hand. Please stand. Raise your right hand and repeat the oath after me. I pledge to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society, to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands, and will maintain and encourage the high standards of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. I pledge to maintain high scholastic standing, to endeavor intelligently and courageously, to be a leader, to give of myself freely in service to others, and to hold as fundamental and worthy an untarnished character. In so doing, I shall prove myself worthy of a place in the National Honor Society. You may now extinguish your candles. or light them and then extinguish. While they do this, I have to say, in my 22 years of being on this campus, I've seen many wonderful classes, but this one is quite exceptional. I've gotten to know many of these students in many different ways, and I cannot say enough about how talented and how driven they are, and how much they embody what it is to be a member of the National Honor Society. If you only knew their stories, if you only knew their efforts. So I just say to you guys, I am so, so very proud. Well done, VHS. At this time, I would like to call Mr. Adams back up to the podium to introduce the new inductees, and I encourage you now to extinguish your candles. Well done. Mr. Adams.
Will the new inductees please stand? As your names are called, please step forward to receive your tokens of membership and to sign our official chapter registry. As a new tradition, our Honor Society members want to present the new members with their honor cords as a way to introduce them to our National Honor Society chapter. They will receive their cords first. I will now call our inductees' names in alphabetical order. Please hold your applause until all members have been called. Christian Alvarado. Kellyanne Burgess. Faith DeChico. Danica Feaster. Dulce Flores. Nathan Freitas. Michelle Galindo. Michaela Giuliani. Zariah Gould. Rashawn Jeffrey. Henry Johnson. Manroop Kaur. Ravneet Kaur. Christine Lamb. Lionel Powell. Jalexis Rodriguez. Deviani Saez. Chad Sciore. Aaron Shipman. Robert Steele. Juliana Tirado. Cheyenne Wilson. Jezebel Wilson. And Kaylin Zhang. Can we please give our new inductees a round of applause for their accomplishments?
Thank you all for attending our NHS induction ceremony. Please join us for refreshments in the cafeteria. In just a moment, the new inductees will recess, but before doing so, please join me once again in applauding all of our new National Honor Society members. And now, will everyone please stand as all National Honor Society members recess.